Hey everyone, and welcome. Have you ever really stopped to think about what's going on deep inside your computer? I mean, right down in its core. It can feel like some kind of magic, right? Well, today we're going to pull back that curtain and show you the secret recipe that makes it all work. Let's get into it. No, I mean seriously, just for a second, while you're watching this, what is your computer actually doing? I mean, yeah, it's pushing pixels to the screen, it's playing my voice, it's keeping you online, but how? What's the one tiny fundamental thing it's doing over and over again, nanosecond by nanosecond? Well, the answer is kind of simple and really cool. Your computer's brain, the CPU, is basically just a super fast chef. It's not thinking, not in the way we do. It's just following a recipe, a list of instructions with a speed that is just, well, mind-boggling. Every single thing your computer does is just one more step in this giant digital cookbook. And our chef, it has this very particular routine, this little three-step dance that it just repeats constantly. It's called the fetch, decode, execute cycle. You know, this is basically the heartbeat of your computer. And once you get this, you really understand the fundamentals of how pretty much all computers work. And it really is that simple. First, the CPU fetches an instruction, like grabbing the next line from a recipe. Then it decodes that line to figure out what it's supposed to do. And finally, it executes the command. It actually does the chopping or the mixing or whatever. Fetch, decode, execute. That simple loop is the engine behind absolutely everything. All right, so to really nail this down, let's go on a little tour of our CPU's kitchen. We're going to meet the staff and check out all the equipment they're using to make our digital meal. Okay, first up, the workspace. I want you to think of your computer's memory, its RAM, as this huge pantry. It's got all the recipes, all the ingredients the chef could ever need. But to be efficient, the chef doesn't work out of the pantry. He grabs just what he needs for the step he's on right now and puts it in these tiny little prep bowls on the counter. Those bowls, those are the registers. Super fast, tiny storage areas for what's happening right this second. So, how does stuff get from the big pantry to those little prep bowls? Well, it rides on a system of conveyor belts called buses. And it works like this. The address bus is what tells the system where to find the ingredient in the pantry. The data bus is the conveyor belt that actually carries the ingredient. And then you've got the control bus, which is kind of like the kitchen manager shouting commands like, go get that or put this over there. Now, what part of our chef is actually reading the recipe? Well, that would be the control unit, or the CU. This is literally the chef's brain. It's the part that looks at the instruction we just fetched and figures it all out. It's the thing that says, okay, the recipe says to add something. It's the director of the whole kitchen. So if the control unit is the brain, then the arithmetic logic unit, or ALU, is the hands. It's the tools. It's the stove, the food processor, the knives. This is where the actual cooking gets done. The ALU handles all the math, addition, subtraction, you name it, and all the logical stuff, like checking if one thing is bigger than another. It's the action hero of the CPU. Okay, tour's over. We know the layout. We've met the team. So now let's actually watch our chef cook one single recipe step from beginning to end. Here's our recipe step. It's nice and simple. It says, take the number 5, add it to whatever value is sitting in our prep bowl, R1, and then put the final answer into another prep bowl, R2. Got it? Let's watch it happen. So we are going to follow this one simple instruction as it moves through all 3 of our stages. And we're going to start, of course, with fetch. All right, phase 1, fetch. The chef's brain, the control unit, says, okay, where's my next instruction? It gets the location, the address, and sends a read command down the control bus. Immediately, that instruction, our add command, gets pulled from memory, put on the data bus conveyor belt, and zipped over to the chef. And here's the super efficient part. As soon as it grabs that instruction, a little pointer, called the program counter, automatically moves to the next line in the recipe. It's already getting ready for the next cycle. So cool. Okay, now for step 2, decode. The instruction has arrived. The control unit looks at it and basically dissects it. It breaks it down. First, it sees the main command, the verb, add. Got it. Then it identifies the ingredients it needs, the operands, that's the number 5, and whatever is in that prep bowl, R1. And finally, it sees where the final dish is supposed to go, prep bowl, R2. At this point, everything is understood, and it knows exactly what to do. And finally, we execute. The control unit turns into a director. it starts sending out the orders. It tells the system to send the ingredients, the value from R1 and the number 5, over to the ALU, our stove. The ALU does its job, it adds them together. Boom! As soon as that answer is ready, the control unit sends one last signal, move that result from the stove into our destination, R2. And just like that, the recipe step is complete. One cycle, done and dusted. So, we just walked through one tiny little cycle. But why does this matter? Why is this one little loop so important? Let's zoom out for a second and look at the big picture. This right here, this is the whole shebang. This cycle isn't just something a computer does, it is the thing a computer does. It's the computer's heartbeat, just ticking away constantly as long as the power is on. And understanding how everything flows, from the memory pantry to the register prep bowls, across the bus conveyor belts to the ALU stove, that's the absolute foundation for how a computer gets anything done at all. And now for the part that just blows my mind every time. That three-step dance we just walked through, yeah, a modern CPU doesn't do it once, it does it over 1 billion times, every single second. That's the scale we're talking about here. Fetch, decode, execute, happening at a speed that is almost impossible to wrap your head around. So the next time your computer hangs or a program crashes, you can kind of picture what's happening. There's a problem in that digital kitchen. It all comes back to this one elegant cycle, which really leaves us with a final question to think about. If a computer is just a really, really fast chef that's just blindly following instructions, what happens when the recipe itself is wrong?